fans can see it, and we already have similar bans coming through. That's the Silas ban, and then there's Vladimir Yumi. No surprises here. Mordekaiser coming through. Nobody wants to see Royal on that. And actually, Cassiopeia is the adjustment here. That Casually Reformed not wanting to face RawkZoors on that champion.
So they're looking for the first pick Olaf here at this point.
Right. Yeah, because it was banned last game, first rotation.
Now,
you could take it away.
Yeah, that's what they're looking to do, I think, at this point.
If you don't ban it, you have to pick it. 100%. You can't go against Bahoutot and all.
Yeah, he just blinds it into anything, and he hasn't lost on it yet.
so strong, man.
So there it is. Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah, so actually it's Espresso Depresso banning it. So yeah, that's they saw what Casually Reformed was doing, but then they have to give up that ban.
Espresso Depresso dropped the Alistair ban. Does Casually Reformed take out? No, they don't. They take Ornn.
Yeah, first pick Ornn again. And Bahoutot has lots available to deal with this. Of course, not Olaf and not Vladimir, but you can go that there's so now it's Sean on the Ornn, and Bahoutot. We'll see if they go with the response right away. Bot lane as well available. You've got things like the Jarvan and Trundle available if you want to go with that. There's the Trundle actually, yeah.
Trundle's so good into Ornn. He just soaks up all of his resistances that he gains, and he becomes unkillable at some point. So, no, I like the pick. I just think it's going to go to the jungle.
Yeah, that's what was nice about the Ornn pick last game is that they had, or the Trundle pick last game is that they already had picked Ornn, and so that that couldn't go into them. But the Shen actually is going to be the answer there. Bahoutot, I'm not sure if he's played this, but Shen does just fine into Ornn, and Graves is the response. This is generally what you hear, especially like in places like China. They think that Graves and Kindred are what you're supposed to take against Trundle, and so we'll see if it works out.
Yeah, ooh,
interesting.
Okay, I'm liking where this is going.
Who do they think they are?
Karl's playing TSS.
Yeah, man, if we see Scion coming in, I'm sending you into their Discord.
Or kicking them out of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like marksman with like dashes, like the Graves and the Kindred, they both like just destroy Trundle. Like Trundle can't. He just gets kited to oblivion. So
yeah.
And then the Nami with the response. That's actually not a terrible lane. I just dislike Nami as a champion. She just seems very. She does too much.
She's got everything, man. She's got everything.
She does too much.
I'm surprised they didn't pick up the Braum again. In all honesty, like Braum's rough into Senna, but Braum is so good into Ornn. Like he effectively negates the champion.
Yeah, it is like the auto pick, right? I wonder if it's just Karl DR not wanting to play it. Like Karl DR mostly has played like those ranged kind of caster style supports.
Okay. So I'm expecting another the Ezreal ban from Casually Reformed again. We don't want that coming through. I'm very curious to see what Espresso bans here, though.
Yeah, so Malzahar ban comes through, but yeah, like you said, we're still looking for potentially a marksman down there, if it is indeed Senna support. But yeah, these last two bans are totally up in the air. There's lots of stuff still available. Actually, that is going to be the Fizz ban. And so
it's gonna be an Ezreal ban, I think.
Yeah, Ezreal probably the ban here, but if it's a Fizz ban, are you looking for something like a Katarina or a Kassadin, like I'm wondering what that Fizz ban is. I guess Royal just plays it.
I think it's that. I think
he played it once against someone. I don't remember who. Was it us?
It was us.
Was it us?
It was us for sure.
No.
You don't. Okay.
I don't remember.
I was gonna ask if you remembered that game.
Do you remember whether you won or lost it?
Oh, we won it.
Yeah,
I mean, we've only dropped one game, and that was against Espresso, so we must have won it.
Oh, right.
Was that a streamed game though?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. So the Vayne actually is pretty interesting. I just don't like.
Oh no!
Okay,
Come on.
That's it.
Speaking from experience, Okay, well, we'll see how this draft plays out, but I'll tell you who won.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scion, so yeah, just to our viewers who are just tuning in, we have Wheelie and Virtual Boxes in the Discord right now who have introduced this lane, Scion Senna, to our league. They have been destroying everybody on it, and now Casually Reformed, somehow knowing they're watching, picks it up, flexing on the analysts. Now here's the Lissandra coming in. So Lissandra's the blind pick. Yeah.
No, I can see why they're picking the Lissandra. I just don't think it's okay. I'll wait.
Yeah, we'll see what the
last pick.
Yeah, Lissandra's nice blind because it's relatively safe and it goes into lots of matchups. Okay.
I was gonna say I don't know how much they've played of this Senna Scion because.
We haven't seen it on stream for sure by anybody but you. So here's the Ahri coming in, and yeah, it's time to talk about who won this draft.
So I first want to say that this client counts upwards. I don't know if Espresso Depresso was. They must have known by now, but I just saw that the clock ticked to like 30, 31. So I don't know if this is actually an Ahri. We've experienced issues with it in the past where the team just says, "Oh, sorry, this was an X champ." So I don't know if that's actually Ahri. I
believe it is. We normally we would see a message coming in from the players, and I haven't gotten one, so it looks like it is going to be Ahri.
Well, Alex does play Ahri.
He does play Ahri.
That's true.
He plays glacial mids, yeah.
Yeah, like with the twin shadows and stuff.
Yep.
So what I assume Virtual was going to say as well was we've played enough of this bot lane to know that when you play Senna Scion, you ban Vayne.
You can let the Ezreal or the Kate happen. You just can't let the Vayne, because the Vayne's just going to shred the Scion and the Ornn, coincidentally. Yeah. What's really nice, though, is that if they do somehow get ahead, she is super short range, and if Senna's running the Glacial augment build, she has a hard time just like getting anywhere near these fights. And then with Lissandra just being able to ultimate the Vayne and just lock her up, it's just going to be very interesting. I still think that Espresso Depresso has a much better draft just because they have the Nami disengage with the wave. They have the Trundle for the anti-shred with the ultimate. Yeah, it just looks much better on Espresso's side, to be honest. I will see how that plays out, though.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Senna Scion bot lane, like you said, and if they've been practicing it, I'm excited to see them on it. But it just looks like generally a more complete draft from Espresso Depresso. It looks like they're sort of more focused. The Lissandra definitely is, the answer to the Vayne in a lot of the ways, where you're able to just sort of like click your button on her and she gets stunned. She has to pay. You even could see a cleanse coming in from Vayne just because of that, or definitely a Quicksilver Sash. So Lissandra is a good answer, and a good blind pick. But yeah, the Ahri almost certainly going Glacial Augment for Espresso Depresso, and the Shen, which is an interesting one.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually seen a Shen yet. Almost all series, or not in any of the stream games anyway. But it's pretty far up Espresso Depresso's alley. Like generally they focus on like these high utility as opposed to high damage. So if any team is going to make it work, it's probably going to be Espresso Depresso. But we're going to have to see how this one plays out.
I think they Virtual. You're going to have to confirm with me, but didn't they play it last week?
Yeah.
Who?
Senna Scion?
Who are we talking?
Didn't Espresso play Shen
against us?
Yeah, last weekend.
Well, the pictures are. What? Are they in the?
Oh yeah, hold on.
There we go. We have our pro analysts on the case.
We've definitely played against it before.
Sure, just not necessarily from this team.
I did miss the last 2 weeks, so it's very possible I played in the last 2 weeks. That's hard, my bad.
I don't remember it either, but it's definitely a possibility. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I've got to predict Espresso Depresso for the 2-0 here. We'll see. It doesn't look like nobody's bringing out anything really crazy. It's just Casually Reformed with the Senna Scion. And it's interesting that they have suggested they play it because it sort of indicates, if they end up in a matchup with TSS it changes that draft as well. I gotta imagine. I won't pry too much on how you will react to this draft wise or strategy wise, but there has to be some effect there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I mean, if they can play it, then all to them. But I'm also gonna say this strat super beatable.
Yeah, and of course it isn't the only bot lane you play. It's just something you uniquely have done
available.
until now.
Your pocket pick.
Exactly.
So yeah, Bahoutot or whatever I always mess up his name. Did play Shen last week.
There you go. So the Shen has some precedent. So, as we go into our 3-minute competitive integrity break, which is not a break, we're going to talk right through it, but I just wanted to remind everybody that we are giving away some Red Bull today, baby, and the way to get it is by being active in our Twitch chat, and we have some, hawk-eyed individuals keeping an eye on that, and they are going to decide who's the most deserving, or they're just going to randomly pick. So yeah, exclamation drop in the chat if you want to do absolutely nothing for your cause. Anyway, we are going into the second game here. It's 1-0. Kang and Stefano, I'll go back to you guys. Let's have predictions for just this next game. Do you think Espresso Depresso has won the draft? Do you agree with Virtual and Wheelie? Or do you think Casually Reformed can use this Senna Scion to even up the score? Kang, let's go to you.
Casually Reformed. Gonna win.
Ooh,
okay. Dang. Want to elaborate on that one?
Yeah, no, it's just a prediction. Yeah. Why do you think Casually Reformed is going to win?
Because my heart says so.
Okay, so professional analysts here at the Manitoba Esports League. Stefano, why don't we send it over to you?
All right, I'm gonna guess Espresso Depresso. I don't. The side of Casual Reformed. With Lysandra, especially, you generally need quite a bit of team coordination. She's a character that you need to get flanks off. You need to be going in at the right exact second to be getting off these big flanks. And what we saw last game was, I don't think Casual Reformed is going to be able to pull that off successfully.
Yeah, I think they have the advantage in the jungle matchup, like we were talking about before, but I still have to give it to Espresso Depresso because Trundle, while he is, countered by Graves in that way, I think Trundle is just still so good right now. It's just such a good champion, and it's really good into, picks like Scion and Ornn and even Lysandra.
I just want to jump in. I'm getting some insider info from a jungle main that Graves actually gets countered by Trundle, so the Trundle wins that matchup.
So this is the debate because that I am a Trundle. I'm a Trundle main. I'm a jungle main myself, and while I don't play either of these champions that often, so the reason here I'll break it down a little bit further, and I'm not the expert on this, but I do know the matchup. The reason Graves is supposed to win is exactly what you said, because he is able to, dash away and he's able to continue kiting and stuff. The reason Trundle's supposed to win, the reason people will say Trundle's supposed to win is because Trundle has no counters. There's just nobody who beats Trundle in the jungle right now. That's what a lot of people, perhaps even the majority, say. And so, the question is, in pro play, I would tend to agree Trundle is good into Graves. But at this level, with the phase rush coming in with not the best positioning in a lot of cases, I often give the matchup to Graves just because Graves is just able to dash away. It's as simple as that. But we will have to see if I'm right or if your jungle main friend is right. Kang, let's line this up again. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I have jumped back to 0, 3, 2.
Wait, whoa!
Oh, you said yes.
Wait. I thought you were talking about the analyst stuff.
Oh no, I'm talking about the playback, Kang.
Still loading in.
Okay, we will just give
Kang. Oh, there you go. We're loading in now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, we're loading. Okay, great. I'm gonna turn my game volume down a little bit as I had a message about that.
I think you're gonna have to fix your resolution as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
On stream.
Oh, right. But that's because I didn't change the. Yep. No. Yeah.
Overlay?
We're good. We're good.
As long as you know what you're doing.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing, but
I'm just trying to look out for you.
yeah,
That's all.
your attention is much appreciated. So Wheelie and Virtual, you can stick around for the cast if you want. I'm gonna do the play-by-play cast. I'm gonna yell things when champions are fighting each other, but
Cool.
yeah, stick around and just say stuff.
Okay. Can I jump in really quickly right now?
Yeah, what's up?
Sion went grasp. I'm not sure how he's gonna proc that against a double range.
Oh.
Lane. So he walks up and tries to get the grasp proc off, and while he does that, he loses about 200, maybe 300 health. I don't know. That's all I want to say right now. So I'm not sure if the keystone was the correct one in this case.
Yeah, very good point. So what's the mastery you usually do? Do you take Comet? Guardian. Okay. Yeah. Right. I see.
It really just helps you get through lane.
Yeah.
Like it basically you just stack on top of each other, and it. I don't know what the actual cooldown is. I always forget, but just it helps you. It helps you soak an extra trade essentially.
Right. Okay, Kang, are you ready to go?
I am.
All right. Jump back to 0, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty.
The cooldown is 70 to 40 seconds. I just looked it up.
There you go. So it really doesn't feel like it feels like a mistake. Like it's just so inoptimal.
Like the only time you're proccing grasp, you're just taking more damage than you're gonna gain.
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of weird keystones as well, Syndra doesn't go for the aftershock, which is what you see the vast majority of time, especially in pro play, opting for the Comet instead.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Zero Urge. He gets taunted up, actually. Zero Urge walking way too far, and that's the Scion already going down. Inting Scion continuing. Actually, Bahouto's taking a lot of damage here, but not enough. Karl DR as well, very low, but yeah, that's a kill already onto the Scion, so not a great start for that lane. But yeah, Zero Urge goes down. Yeah, I was gonna mention the Comet as well. I was wondering about the aftershock. It definitely is what you want to take into something like a Zed or an Echo or a melee matchup. The Comet makes a little more sense maybe into Ahri, but I still think aftershock on Lissandra is just really good in general.
I'm wondering if he opted for the meteor just because he was thinking that RawkZoors was going to play like more of a utility, like he wasn't going to go for the damage build, but it looks like RawkZoors is bringing the electrocute and is
RawkZoors.
People up.
That's true.
So I'm watching Twitch chat right now, and our friend Dinsey said that Scion got a grasp proc off, so it's over. So I just wanted to shout out Dinsey for the 110 billion IQ play. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, basically what it means is, you were wrong because you said he can't get grasp procs, and I mean, he just got a grasp proc. So how could you be right?
I'm so wrong.
Yeah. Don't worry though. Come like 30 minutes when Scion gets his second grasp proc off, y'all are gonna feel real dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, look how close he's getting here.
I'm not saying that he won't get grasp procs. I'm just saying there might have been a better choice.
We need every single person who's watching this stream to send a PogChamp our way in the Twitch chat every time Scion gets a grasp proc in laning phase. Don't worry, you won't have to type very much.
Oh my god.
Wow. He's also rocking the Mecha Zero Scion as well. Without the Senna skin. Looks so familiar.
They are cosplaying you guys, wow.
You actually put these games side by side and take off names. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think we might eventually. Actually, here comes Jolopenos, and there is the engage on Grim, already having to flash away for absolutely nothing. Kid Kirito has shown up, and that's the flash from Zero Urge, who actually might be able to get out of this. No! Jolopenos takes him down, and yeah, this is looking like a pretty easy one for Espresso Depresso. But JaDe has come in here for the counter gank. RawkZoors has to flash away, and looks like that will be successful, actually, as that Graves not able to apply quite as much crowd control as this bot lane was. So yeah, 3-0 already, really quickly for Espresso Depresso.
This is the exact thing you don't want to happen. You just gave Vayne a free kill.
Oh, hang on. Here's the flash, and that looks like they are going to get the return gank. Is going to be successful. That's really good. Really nicely played there by JaDe to get the return gank, take advantage of the flash, and maybe get this Lissandra rolling a little bit.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that, like, giving the Vayne the extra kill into a lane that's already volatile. Like, it's already so hard for Syndra to do anything in this lane. It's just not what you want to do.
We saw there as well. Syndra was lining up the queue, and Vayne just rolled out of it, no problem.
Yeah.
It was a little bit too late on it, and that costed them both the kills, because then Vayne was able to run up. Grim wasn't gonna last long when Vayne is hitting him, and then Zero Urge is way too far up by that point.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a really good counter. Now, that's a nice double bubble there coming in from Karl DR. And this lane is pushed in here, but not for long, as the minions are stacking up. So, yeah, you can already see why exactly what you said, Virtual, where Vayne just, has such clear answers to this Scion.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, because me and Wheeler are both here, we're able to discuss this, but what they really need to do is manage their wave way better there. Like, if they had known that the jungler was walking bot side, they should have just shoved the wave and then just backed off immediately. Like, you're not supposed to. Ooh.
Jolopenos has been able to flash in there for the kill, so that is going to be once again the advantage taken by Espresso Depresso. Here's Bahoutot now coming in. And yeah, Bahoutot, like we said, just able to kind of do fine in any matchup. Here's JaDe coming in for the farm, and yeah, this just it just doesn't feel good to be casually reformed in this game right now.
Ooh, JaDe has an Nimbus cloak this time.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta wonder if that's the answer. But the dragon has gone down to Trundle, so that's Kid Kirito being able to pick up that objective, which was the one saving grace for casually reformed in the last game. They had a lot of dragon control, but here is Sean having hit level 6, and we do remember that this is Ornn now on casually reformed, which definitely does help with the scaling. We did see last game the power started to ramp up, and it is non-trivial in terms of how much gold worth of items. There's the taunt stopping him from shopping. Sean taking a whole bunch of damage there, and the knockup comes through, but now Sean is going to go through. That is the flash. Has been blown for the Shen. We'll see if JaDe is able to get enough damage. No, Bahoutot's way too tanky, and he's going to get away from this just fine. Royal even showing up, but too late, and Bahoutot gets out of there scot-free.
I do want to say, no matter how far ahead casual form seems, it actually missed the kill earlier. It looked like I already forgot how to correctly pronounce his name, but Jolopenos missed the condemn. Hit the wrong target with it and allowed a kill to get away.
That's true. So yeah, here's the mid gank coming in. JaDe, the kills are coming in too fast for our analysts to finish the analysis of the last kill, which is par for the course for Amateur League, let me tell you. Yeah. But that is more kills coming through, and that's actually going to be still maintaining the advantage for Espresso Depresso, but casually reformed, fighting back slightly.
Yeah, just wanted to point out that Vayne is now double the CS of Scion. They have the wave pushing in. I have no idea how exactly this is going to play out later on, but I'll tell you this. Vayne's probably going to have 2.5 items, and Scion will probably have a Sunfire Cape just completed by the end of this. So,
it's so hard because there's literally never a point where Scion wins against Vayne.
Yeah, and we've already seen, you know, Vayne generally something you take advantage of with Vayne is that she isn't the strongest early game champion, but like you said, her kit just plays so well into Scion. Now we already see the Bilgewater Cutlass completed there on Jolopenos, and that is you know, just scarier and scarier. And yeah, like you said, double the CS, working on a Flame Horizon here and pushing in, and yeah, just no light at the end of the tunnel for this bot lane of Casually Reformed.
I think the light at the end of the tunnel is the 15-minute mark. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have to imagine that's how Zero Origin Grim are feeling at this point. So far down with no hope of getting back. This is a major yikes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't even have the advantage of somebody whose damage really scales up, you know, like you don't have some kind of hyper carry like they had last game with the Vayne. So it really doesn't feel good at all.
I mean, that's probably why the Lystandra took Comet.
For the scaling.
just for the even like the little bit of extra damage, because other than that, like it's really only her.
Yeah, I see
Senna
what
will
you
do
mean.
a lot, but
yeah, like maybe for the Gathering Storm.
The saving grace right now is that JaDe is up 2-0. You know, I've seen Graves, you know, come out of the jungle after like 25 minutes of just straight farming and just blow everybody up.
That's true.
So that is their one saving grace. It also does help that they have Senna here to like assist him in those team fights where she can just be that med pack for him, so then he can just keep going into the fights. But it's going to be hard to see how these fights will play out with the bot lane, in my opinion, being far behind.
Yeah, JaDe has a lot of responsibility here in this game. That's a really good point because, you know, not only is JaDe going to be kind of the main source of damage in a lot of cases, especially with this with a lot of the gold on him so far, but also has the responsibility of throwing the blind onto the Vayne. Speaking of the blind, here comes JaDe with the gank, but actually that is the Trundle doing a lot of damage, and here's the flash from RawkZoors, but doesn't manage to get the damage down. Charm comes through towards Royal, but Royal is full HP, and so we'll be able to tank. Ooh, and the Senna ult comes through. JaDe has taken down Kid Kirito, so that's the Graves getting another kill, and it definitely is, you know, looking good for JaDe, who, you know, has been a shining light on this team before, and it looks like this game JaDe is going to be their saving grace.
Yeah, if there's a game that Graves can pop off, it's on this team. Graves, seamlessly, without any hard crowd control, a lot of his ganks don't generally work because of it, but speaking of ganks working...
Yeah, the ultimate was used there, and Zero Urge got a huge knock-up, but no way to follow up for Casually Reformed. So that's Sean, who did manage to get over to the side of the map, but wasn't able to do anything at all. So we
just sightseeing.
Yeah, exactly. Just taking a little trip, and Shen following him as well, which is going to be, you know, that is the ultimate used there by Shen.
You know, Ornn just got out of university. He wanted to go see the world, see what else was there, and he just
ventured down bot lane.
Yeah, just did nothing then after that. So I don't know. Every time I see that in my solo queue games, I spam ping my top laner.
Teleport.
You got to hit him with the question mark in all chat. You know, like there's a lot of strategies. Now here comes Scion trying to use his Q in case they somehow drag the dragon over to that side of the pit, but they did not, and so that is the second dragon now secured. For Espresso Depresso, who still have a pretty firm lead on this game. Actually, that stun went through, so... Yeah, here is Jolopenos actually does get hit up there.
They could look at...
Scion has ult. No, he doesn't. I lied.
No, he used it in the tower dive, or in the gank there. So, and also they are somewhat aware of Kid Kirito's presence there in the tri-bush.
Vayne's got flash, so it's just... I think it's better that they didn't engage there, but that was a really good opportunity to put a lot of damage onto Vayne.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other thing that I'm noticing now is Zero Urge has exhaust, and I feel like when you play the Scion, like I know like without saying too much, like when we play this, it's very much like you definitely have to be aware of your damage, because you essentially lose like the ADC Oh, nice
Yeah.
flash.
Bahoutot
really
gets
good.
away with a clever little play there, actually going into tower range and flashing towards the blast cone. So yeah, this guy is so good. Like this is Bahoutot is a really good player,
I'll
and
say that
just
was
showing that.
That was really good, but it was also really lucky that the blast cone was still there.
Yep,
Still
that's
there.
true.
If he wasn't, then Lissandra just ports over the wall, and then that should be just a free pick. So
Yeah, he
lot of luck.
he used his judgment to say, okay, what's the highest percentage play here? And he was like, well, if the blast cone's up, I get away by doing this, and it turned out to be the right call. So there's a
Plan.
stun coming through, but yeah.
The other issue with this lane is that Nami, whatever damage you're going to put out, is just going to be healed up. Because, I mean, Vayne's already has a completed pork, or at least that's what she's going to be building into. And then Nami's just going to heal all the damage that you've done.
Yeah,
So
so
at this point,
yeah.
what the goal for Casualty Reformed should have been was to just farm it out and just scale. Because even though they don't scale as well as a Vayne, the idea is if they're playing on an even playing field, then you can actually try to win the game. But
yeah, here comes the ultimate from Sion, but the Shen ultimate is to follow. That's the Nami ultimate going nowhere at all. And Grim now just trying to save his laners. This could be a big knock-up. That just goes down to Bahoutot, who has taken a lot of damage, but is still very tanky. Now, Jolopenos as well was able to get away with pretty low HP, but nobody goes down in that engagement, even though a lot was expended, the Shen ultimate included. And Kid Kirito now taking the role of Bahoutot up here, bullying the enemy top laner. And even though he's 2 levels down, still manages to get a lot of damage onto Sean. Now they're going to clear out this ward and work towards that dragon pit. All 5 members are down here of Casually Reformed have shown up, and I think they are somewhat aware of RawkZoors caught out in the jungle, but here comes Jolopenos, perhaps going a bit too far. That's a big miss, though, by Grim. Does not manage to get the stun. Flash coming through. That is Karl DR already going down. The teleport coming through, and that is another kill going on to Nami, but Bahoutot here with the cleanup. JaDe going to go down pretty soon underneath this tower. Zero Urge, a lot of damage, but Zero Urge is tanky. Bahoutot standing in the line of fire of the turret, and that is a 3 for 1. No, 3 for 2 it looked like, as Jolopenos did go. No, Jolopenos survived, so a 3 for 1 actually in favor of Espresso Depresso. So even with Casually Reformed, you know, making some proactive moves there, still Espresso Depresso coming out on top.
That was such a good response by Espresso Depresso. They were a little bit behind on the push, but they were all there for the counter game right at the right time.
JaDe with a big outplay, but does not manage to get the damage down. RawkZoors misses the charm after some nice fancy feet there by JaDe. But, yeah, not able to get any kill there.
Ari didn't go glacial.
No,
They're learning.
Yeah, Ari went electrocute this game, which is not what we expected from Espresso Depresso. But yeah, I like it. I mean, I've said before, I don't think Ari's that good of a champion in general, but RawkZoors likes Ari, likes to play her, and has been effective before. So
Dread Hunter.
Their strategy was working, and then they got handed the L, and they were like, let's change something.
That's TSS, removing strategies from teams' accounts. Here's Sean. Yeah, that's already so much damage. Perfectly timed wave. But Jolopenos, Jolopenos actually goes down. But here's Royal getting caught out as well. The charm goes through from RawkZoors. Fights everywhere on the map here. And JaDe going to meet up with Kid Kirito. And that is the phase rush going through. Kid Kirito going to flash in. That's the Senna ultimate, though, and that's going to be the amount of damage that needs to be done. Kid Kirito, though, gets healed up by Nami. Karl DR coming through. Karl DR, though, actually doesn't want to face down JaDe either. Remember, this Graves is very fed. So that's now just going to take the blue buff as more fighting is about to happen up here as Zero Urge going to dodge out from that barrel and or that bubble, but not going to be able to catch anyone. Wow, that was a lot of fighting, guys.
Yeah, that one thing to notice, that's an extra 400 or 700 gold story onto JaDe.
Yeah.
From that shutdown on a Vayne. Other than maybe Lissandra, that's who you want your gold to be funneling into right
exactly.
now. That's huge for Graves.
Yeah, like VirtualBox has mentioned, this is their way back into this game. Is that fed Graves?
So much.
He's going to be so effective on that team. On this team, they have so much CC on their side to hold people still while Graves just one shots them, including, which you don't often see, a lot of CC on the enemy backline through Lissandra. with the healing from Senna, this Graves is going to be an absolute pain to deal with.
Yeah, now the Rift Herald does go down in the mid lane, so either Casually Reformed is going to have to deal with that or let that go down. But here's a big knockup coming in, a little bit of a split focus, and Sean has already taken a lot of damage. Now, there is the CC on the back line, like you mentioned, but not able to take advantage of it at all as Royal just goes down. Now they are trapped in the middle of the team. RawkZoors over on the other side with a beautiful flank. Jolopenos already no problem getting damage down in this fight, and that's going to be the clean ace coming in from Espresso Depresso, and it looked like there was potential for that fight, but Espresso Depresso just is too powerful right now.
This Vayne is huge.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no kidding.
So much damage.
It's 18 minutes in. Like, if they all agree, they can click yes, and the game is anew.
That's true. That would end the series, and you know.
Oh, that's true. So they gotta keep going.
I think they want to play this one out, although, like you say, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of hope here. Just that Graves really getting anywhere. But look at the items, you know. Even with all that gold, still not even finished the Black Cleaver. Had to sneak in the Executioners there to deal with Nami and you know, all this healing here.
Yari.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, really tough.
No, the play topside was really nice. What I don't understand is why Lissandra was passing through the river. I wasn't actually watching the map there, but I feel like they were trying to go for the flank. It's just they made a great play, and then it just quickly followed up by a not so great play.
Yeah, it was Lissandra. It was Royal doing a solo queue play, right? Where like in solo queue you don't get collapsed on by the enemy team because they don't have good communication, but in competitive play, if you walk through the river like that towards engagement, you're going to run into the enemy team. Now here comes Bahoutot going for the 1v2 here, and with Grim, it looks like Sean might be able to do this, but Bahoutot flashing away, and look how little damage he's taking. Just so tanky is Bahoutot on this Shen.
Okay, just want to quickly look at the items. So Vayne's got a Blade of the Ruin King and a Ginsu's. And Scion's got a bomb, campfire, and
a pair of boots, a pair of old sneakers.
Yeah, a campfire, a pair of sneakers, and a t-shirt.
Yeah,
oh.
No, like you said, like Vayne's gonna be 2 items before Scion has Sunfire.
Now here's RawkZoors waiting in the wings, but RawkZoors actually might get caught out here. There's the stun. Bahoutot, though, did put down the ultimate, so JaDe is going to be the only one threatening here, and JaDe now caught out over on the edge. This fight's totally split up. Zero Urge now going down, and that is Sean going down as well. Here's Royal, and not able to do anything. Finally, the shutdown comes through. There's JaDe with the kill on Vayne, which actually is huge indeed, just because that is most of the damage right now, but JaDe has fallen very low as well, and that is going to be 3 for 1. Taking down the Vayne is very important, but she may not be quite worth 3 champions, and it looks like they're going to keep pushing towards this mid turret.
It kind of felt like a raid boss down kind of moment. Like, they got Jolopenos, but like they lost. Yeah, exactly. They lost 3 members for it. It looks like they're probably going to lose top tower. They're losing just so much in general. You can't. Oh, it's such a difficult spot for Casual Reform.
So it's kind of the same deal with the first game. RNG really defeated them. They have the Mountain Soul to deal with.
Again.
Yeah, so I don't know. These long fights are pretty good for both sides, but it's just with the Mountain Soul, like Braves isn't going to be able to burst down Vayne that quickly anymore. So it's going to be way tougher to take down this Vayne at this point. So I don't see how Casually Reformed can pull this off now, unless they can macro their game.
Well, not only that, you know, you got Graves. That's JaDe on Graves working on a Black Cleaver, but still only has got the pieces, and so still a lot of that damage hasn't been completed. Look at the damage on Jolopenos, though. This is just disgusting. Jolopenos and Jolopenos, no problem at all, taking down the Ornn from full HP with the Sunfire Cape, and yeah, you hate to see that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we talked about how strong the Graves is, and he for sure is. But we can even see Tank Flash on screen 4. He didn't even have 8,000 gold, where every single member, including the support, had more than 8,000 gold on the side of Espresso Depresso at this point. The strongest member on Casual Reform isn't even as strong as the weakest member.
That's a huge pillar going down. The entire team is slowed and blocked by it. Zero Urge going to be the last to go down, and that's an ace. 5 players down in less than 5 seconds going in, and Espresso Depresso may be putting the nail in the coffin here. Casually Reformed is going to be casually destroyed right now. That actually, the Ornn did manage to survive there, as he was not involved in that fight, but that's going to be an easy inhibitor going down, likely 2 as a wave is pushing into the mid lane. So yeah, look at the plays from Kid Kirito. That's just ridiculous.
Just FF, go next.
I hope you all understand.
There's next week.
Go next week.
Go next week.
I hope you all understand when I say that ain't Falco, wombo combo, wombo combo.
Wombo combo!
Destruction!
Not again!
Yeah. Oh man, I'm with you on that reference. That's from the golden age of esports.
Where are you at, casually reformed? Where are you at?
Yeah,
right now?
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So they're gonna go pick up the soul. I'm surprised they went and took the inhib. I thought the Baron, they would just turn around and go for the Baron at this point. But
Yeah, they decide to go for the dragon, which of course it is going to be the mountain soul there, which is second mountain soul in a row. Unlucky for JaDe, trying to burst people down, and now JaDe already half HP. Kid Kirito going to chase him down. Looks like Kid Kirito might take him down, and yeah, that is the charm landing from Ari. Kid Kirito is asserting his dominance, and that is going to be the Baron focused there now by Espresso Depresso. They wanted to secure that mountain soul first, knowing they could take it much more quickly than the other objective. So just 1 kill is going to give them both major buffs available right now on the map.
Yeah. I just wanted to say that I think Sean has not had his flash up since like laning phase was over. I just see the Vayne tumble into him, and his flash is just gone immediately.
Yep.
Like,
And then she kills him anyway.
like I don't know how this is supposed to play out at this point. It's just a slow kind of like choke at this point, I believe, from ED at this point. So
yeah, it feels like even a Fed Graves isn't able to, it wouldn't be able to do anything against this team composition with a Fed Vayne like this. Now you can also see Trundle just scaling up so well. An interesting build with no health at all in his build. It's just armor. And the Tiamat there. I guess the Knight's Vow gives a little bit of health, but it's very little. The Frozen Heart is a weird pickup to me. But anyway, Grim gonna get one shot. No problem.
no, it's
Again, no.
It is a weird pickup, just because the auto attackers on their team either are reloading their gun. Okay.
Yeah, just keep going with your analysis.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
back.
so the Frozen Heart slows their attack speed, but they have Graves who's going to reload the gun, so it's already kind of like a slower attack speed. And then Senna, due to the nature of her kit, also already has like a low attack speed, so I'm not sure where the Frozen Heart comes from. It does provide a lot of cooldown reduction, though, so maybe
That's
what
true,
it's
and
going for.
mana, but yeah, like you say, even if it were big auto attackers, you want Thornmail surely to prevent the healing. In any case, Royal has already sent out the GG into the ether, and it is going to be quickly followed up with reality there, as the Nexus is going to be taken down here. Dives coming in through on the fountain, and that is Espresso Depresso taking down Casually Reformed 2-0 in Week 10. That means Espresso Depresso will go into the playoffs in 2nd place, and they will play against Casually Reformed in 3rd place in the first round of playoffs.